All right, welcome back to CloverRadio.com. We have been just hammering away at the content, and now we're going to get into something that is near and dear to our hearts, politics. We always have to do this at least once per show because, frankly, these people make it really easy to go ahead and cover this.
There's some really great stuff going on right now.
Wonderful stuff. John, do you want to take the lead on this one this time?
Yeah, I think. Now we're going to have to talk about this, but I'm going to suggest that we. I'm only suggesting now. I haven't done it yet. But I'm suggest that we actually endorse a couple of candidates.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
First of all, Nikki Haley, because who knows? Maybe one of us will get lucky. Maybe she should be governor. Somebody in South Carolina ought to be lucky.
I did see a post about Nikki Haley, and this is something that, you know what, I went on the Huffington Post, so that was my mistake, and you can't expect a lot of fair and balanced coverage over there.
You're not going to get that there.
They were covering the Gresham Barrett ad that says he's a Christian who's not going to embarrass us, and implying that was because...
Oh, did he really say that?
Well, the drill sergeant says it. I don't know if you've seen the ad.
Well, yeah, come on.
He's like, you're a Christian
obviously that's what they were making reference to.
Won't embarrass us. But it didn't air. They were trying to say that it was a reference to Nikki Haley's religion. It wasn't because it aired before the primary.
Her religion?
Yeah, she's originally Sikh. She's originally
but she's a
Methodist now. Yes, but
yeah, she's a Christian of Indian ancestry.
Right, but they're trying to say that was an attack on Nikki Haley, and it wasn't. It was
really,
obviously
she was born a Sikh.
Yeah, she was born a Sikh.
I don't think.
And it was obviously. I think it was more directed towards Mark Sanford.
Did you see Wolfman?
No.
Did you see Wolfman?
No.
Did you see Wolfman?
No, I didn't.
Oh, guys, you gotta see Wolfman. It's a great. If you like a good
How
movie,
is this
it's great.
related?
But the only reason I put that in there was because the manservant was a Sikh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Okay.
All right. So
anyway, one of the reasons why I suggest Nikki Haley actually really was I thought she was badly treated.
Oh, she was badly
There's
treated.
a lot of misogyny going on out there in the political arena.
I thought she got a lot of sympathy.
A lot of lip service gets paid to the equality of women and stuff like that. But and I'm a pretty conservative guy, but I've got a lot of sympathy for Hillary Clinton too. Yeah. She was badly treated by her own political party.
Oh,
badly
God. She was left out to dry when they caught the new
Sarah Palin was treated horribly.
She still is.
Horribly, still is.
Boobgate.
And here comes Nikki Haley.
Tittygate, if you will.
Yeah. And here comes Nikki Haley, and she's getting the same thing. Stop and think about this a minute. No one's doing this to the guys.
No.
Mark Sanford did it to himself.
Yes.
But, actually, if Mark Sanford had done it to himself, he'd still be...
he might still be married.
He'd still be with his wife.
Yeah.
Another person I think we might want to consider endorsing is Alvin Green.
I would love to endorse Alvin Green.
It's official. Rawls, who lost to him, has made it official, filed an official complaint with the election board.
Hold on. So what?
Exactly. So what? Because neither one of them are going to be governor.
More people. Well, isn't he? I think he's up against Jim DeMint. He's going for senator.
Alvin Green.
He's running for senator, not governor.
He's running for senator. I'm sorry, not governor. Running for senator. Alvin Green never left his living room. Apparently.
Nope.
He got $10,500. Claims that he'd been saving it up, and then put his name on the ballot, and then sat at home. And Alvin Green was first on the roll.
Yep.
And apparently, Alvin Green got 60% of the vote because no one, and I mean no one, was paying attention to the Democratic primary. All the big stories were on the Republican side.
And definitely not against Jim DeMint because Jim DeMint is a lock to win that seat.
Even Rawls is not going to go out there and spend a bunch of money to try to beat Jim DeMint because it's not going to happen. He's looking for name exposure, name recognition for maybe a run for governor later or something like that. Mm-hmm. So this guy, basically what probably happened was the Democrats went in there and said it's all Green. He was the first guy there. And his ethnicity may have played a part in getting him.
Let's not even speculate on the ethnicity. Because I'm thinking if he didn't leave his living room, nobody knew what he looked like.
This guy didn't even have a website.
No, he didn't.
Didn't even have a website.
Not even Alvin Green for
SC. 60% of the Democratic vote.
Yep, which tells you how little they invested in the voting process.
Yeah, they're right.
There's a lot of speculation. They're like, oh, he was a GOP plant. So what? You should be able to defeat a GOP plant if you've actually read anything about the candidates.
What probably happened was the Democrats went to Rawls and said, you got to run against Jim DeMint. He probably broke into tears. He was like, no, please don't
make me do this.
Don't make me do this. So we're just playing around. But, the state has launched a formal investigation.
So? It's not illegal. What happened?
A guy named Rutherford, Todd Rutherford, is it? Yeah, Representative Todd Rutherford went to go see this guy. Mm-hmm. And he's the one who's making the claim this guy is mentally incompetent.
Wow.
He's mentally incapable of running. And according to
the Democrats voted for a no-name retard, for lack of a better word?
That's basically what Todd Rutherford is saying. He's saying this guy's mentally challenged. He was discharged from the armed forces honorably but involuntarily said, "Sorry, you got to go." And
I'm not. I won't say retarded. I'll say mentally unstable, no-name candidate won the Democratic primary in South Carolina.
All I know is the Dems really screwed up their own primary
These
here.
are facts.
And of course, all we need now are some hanging chads. That's all we need.
Oh, that's all South Carolina needs. Thank God Bob Etheridge is from North Carolina, or whatever that guy's name is, that assaulted that poor kid who had a video. All the guy did.
Is that what you want to talk about? You want to talk about that?
I would at least like to get into this because this happened today.
Yes.
Maybe yesterday. The guy goes up and he asks him, "Do you support the Obama agenda?" Doesn't even get an answer. Who are you? Who are you? Then the congressman of the United States, from North Carolina, swats the video camera out of his hand.
Grabs the kid.
If you haven't gone to the Drudge Report and seen this video, or YouTube, or any other news outlet, go and check this out. He then puts the kid in a headlock, apparently in an attempt to kill him or win the UFC middleweight title. I don't know which one he was going for.
There's a political party. There's a big tent party for you, huh?
Exactly. All the kid asked was, "Do you support the Obama agenda?"
That's all he asked him.
And
it wasn't even sarcastic or loaded. Just went at, "Do you support?" Actually, wasn't it healthcare?
I don't know. It just said the Obama agenda.
Do you support the Obama agenda?
And
just put it out there and wanted to see what he had to say.
Wanted to see what the guy had to say, and bam, right into it, man. Which tells me that a lot of these people on this side of the aisle are definitely on the defensive.
Typical elitism.
I wouldn't even go so far as to be elitism. This guy was just mean. He literally put the kid in a headlock, which could kill you if done properly.
Well, it wasn't much of a headlock.
Let's say, yeah, it wasn't really much, but he grabbed a kid for no reason.
It's more like a priest grabbing an altar boy.
I'm just going to
way easier.
Blame Grand Theft Auto.
I'm going to blame
violence in video.
I would like to blame George Bush because the anger of the Democratic Party directly stems
Tom
from his
Etheridge can now make the claim. As a matter of fact, I've gotten to the word. By the way, I completed one of the letters in the alphabet. Now.
Okay.
In the book I'm writing, it's the B's, and one of the words was Bush, and so I've got one that's like about a page and a half long, and I've got down there all these bad things that have happened, and I just blame Bush for all these things. It just goes on and on and on like this.
Nice.
But okay, so Todd Etheridge, yeah. What else have we got?
Is it Bob Etheridge? Todd Etheridge?
Tom Etheridge.
Tom Etheridge.
Congressman from North Carolina.
It's Etheridge. We'll go with that. Okay, so couple of big Republican names coming up. We have the Tim Scott versus Paul Thurmond race.
Yeah, tell us.
Very, very big. Tim Scott, the favored GOP candidate. Keith Blanford told us some interesting stuff about him. Heard an interview on the radio with Tim Scott. Seems like a nice guy. Paul Thurmond, met him in person.
History may be on Tim Scott's side here.
History, yes, it might be. And Paul Thurmond, with the name, and I really hate to drag this up and the race card on the Tim Scott side, but history, ethnicity, these things might play a factor in the race. Hopefully the voters look at these two men based on their credentials and their qualifications and make their decision. For whatever reason, you're looking at a tough race between Tim Scott and Paul Thurmond.
Who do you think is going to take it? I'm not asking you who you're going to endorse. I'm asking you who do you think is going to take it.
I think Tim Scott's going to take it.
I do too.
The GOP has thrown a lot of money behind Tim Scott.
But this has been a big step up for Paul Thurmond.
It really has, and his name is out there.
His name's out there.
And it is different now from his father. People have differentiated
he separated himself
from Paul Thurmond. He did. I don't want to make the prediction that it's not a guarantee Paul Thurmond loses. We have to obviously do the voting. That's why we vote on these things. That's why they play the games in football, so to speak. I think Tim Scott is probably going to take it because of the amount he carried into the primary and the amount of people that were competing against him. With so many candidates in that race, the vote was very widespread, very dispersed across all 9 candidates. So Tim Scott is probably going to pick up a lot of those votes who went for other candidates.
Right.
Paul Thurmond might not pick up as many. So.
No, but like we said, this is and the fact that he's in the runoff actually helps him.
It is amazing
because he gets his. Got anything else? We got a minute.
Okay, we have Carly Fiorina and Sharon Angle, and they're running for. Carly Fiorina is going up against Barbara Boxer.
This is the year of women, isn't it?
Yeah, and then Sharon Angle is going up against Harry Reid.
Catfight.
And I'm telling you,
catfight. Fiorina and Boxer. Catfight.
Boxer and Reid are in trouble.
Yes, they are.
They are not. I mean, if you would have asked 4 years ago, is there any chance Harry Reid loses his Senate seat? People would have laughed you out of the room.
If Barbara Boxer loses her Senate race, can we start calling her ma'am?
I know, right? I know. God, what an elitist. That pisses me off.
I know, that really pissed me off.
Also, the global warming thing has reared its ugly head, and I just want to throw this in there for the last couple seconds. It's a religion. It has gone beyond science. It is now the church. The high priest of global warming is Al Gore, and, I hope he's okay.
Just don't bother him with the facts.
No.
Right?
Don't bother.
We'll be right back with CobraRadio.com.